In 2025, a post began circulating across social media that stopped people mid-scroll. It showed the tiny body of a baby, peaceful and lifelike, whose burial had taken place 37 years earlier, and yet his body showed no signs of decay. Many called it one of the most astonishing and moving events of the year. For Catholics especially, it stirred something deeper: wonder, reverence, and quiet questions about what God might be revealing through such a grace. That baby was Brian Thomas Gallagher. Brian was born in 1982 on a military base at Fort Knox, Kentucky, into a faithful Catholic family. His life on earth lasted less than an hour. Complications during delivery took him almost as soon as he arrived. In their grief, his parents, Chong and Mary Pat Gallagher, did what their faith taught them to do. They requested baptism for their son from the Catholic chaplain. Although they did not witness the baptism and no certificate was found, their explicit desire and request entrusted Brian fully to God and to the mercy of Christ. Because Fort Knox was not to be their permanent home, the Gallaghers buried Brian in Highmore, South Dakota, near Chong's extended family. The tiny child rested quietly for decades, largely unknown to the world, known only to God and to the hearts of his parents. In 2019, as the Gallaghers began planning for their own future burial at Black Hills National Cemetery near Sturgis, they made the loving decision to have Brian reinterred there as well, so that one day they could rest beside their son. But what followed during the process would leave seasoned professionals stunned. During the disinterment, a black hole tine accidentally pierced the original casket. When the funeral director opened it, in order to transfer Brian's remains to a new casket, something extraordinary was discovered. Brian's body showed no signs of decomposition whatsoever. 37 years after burial, his body was entirely intact. His color and form appeared lifelike. His skin was supple. His facial features were fully preserved. There was no drying, no wrinkling, no odor, no mold, mildew, or disfigurement. His body tolerated gentle handling without skin slippage or hair loss. His blanket and gown were removed, washed, and replaced. His body was gently cleaned and redressed, actions that would be unthinkable in a typical exhumation after so many years. The funeral director later stated plainly that his body was still flexible for an embalmed infant. For the faithful, this invites reflection rather than sensationalism. The Church teaches that incorruptibility alone is not proof of sainthood, yet it may be recognized as a divine sign of favor, something that calls for prayerful discernment. In Brian's case, his condition seems to defy natural explanation and closely resembles historical accounts of bodies described as miraculously incorrupt. Perhaps the greatest fruit of this event is not debate, but consolation. The images and story of this infant have brought profound hope and healing to parents grieving the loss of a child. They affirm a truth at the heart of the Catholic faith, that every child is sacred, known and loved by God, no matter how brief their time on earth. Brian Thomas Gallagher, silent and small, has become an unexpected witness. In his stillness, he proclaims hope. He reminds the world to receive children as gifts from God, to honor their dignity, and to trust that even the shortest lives can radiate eternal meaning. Thomas Brian Gallagher, pray for us.